Hola, buenos dias. I'm Spanish Pete. Hopefully you've seen the introductory video before this. If not, that's not a problem. This is the first in a long series of short sessions designed to help you to speak really understandable Spanish. Perhaps the biggest difference is that I'm speaking to you from wild northern Spain, where I've lived for 20 years, and I learned my Spanish from Spanish people. I've studied other languages. I read Latin at school, and I speak some French and Italian and various other things. The important thing is, if you're going to speak Spanish, you need to speak it understandably. And to do that, you need to understand the way the Spanish say things. So that's maybe the difference. There are lots and lots and lots of channels on that you can go to on YouTube, which will give you all the nuts and bolts. What I hope to help you with, and what I help people and have been helping people with in England whenever I'm there and on the internet, is speaking it understandably and understanding the way the Spanish people say things, which is really quite different from what I would call exam Spanish. So from my point of view, what I'd like to do with this first one is to start from square one again. That's really important. You may be intermediate, you may be an improver, that doesn't matter. What's important is when you say something in Spanish, it's understood. That's the important thing. It needs to be understood, and just as importantly, going hand in hand, you need to learn to listen to the replies and what Spaniards say, so that when you do say something successfully and they speak to you, you can understand what they're saying. And there are ways to accelerate that. There are ways to make that work better. They're patterns. They're patterns in the Spanish language that you can pick up, because there are rules. And we'll see as we go through these sessions, we'll do all sorts of live things, simulated it in bars, in restaurants, etc, etc, etc. That's all to come. The first thing to do is to say, whatever level you are, do the Spaniards understand you when you speak? I've spent some time in Winchester over the last 2 years. It's the only time I've been away from here in the last 17 years. And lots of people have asked for my help. It usually turns out that they're actually not really understandable. They know lots of Spanish, but they say, they just don't understand me. And that's a shame. And it's because of the way that they speak Spanish. So let's get started. And what we have to start with is vowels. Those are the most abused parts of the Spanish language. Las vocales, okay? So we need to learn to say those things the way the Spanish say them. Quite simple, and the wonderful thing is there are rules. There are rules in Spanish. Unlike English, there are real rules. You only have to learn the vowel sounds once, remember them, and they never vary. So let's start off, okay? So, vocales, vocales. Not z, less, s. There are no z sounds in Spanish. We'll be doing consonants in about 2 sessions time. So let's start with a. A is always a, as in hat, for instance, in English. Never as in hate. That a sound doesn't exist. It exists very similarly, but it's done with a different vowel. So a as in hat. So let's say casa. It's important you say casa. This sounds like children's stuff. I regularly speak with intermediates who are desperately struggling, and a lot of them have a southern English accent. That means that they want to put an R in here, like bath and path. That's fine in England, no good in Spain. So it's casa. And the way that we explain it, the way that I explain it, is a silly way. Imagine it's a wide-mouthed frog. The Spanish don't speak the way that the English speak. Many English want to say corso. That will not be understood. So one of the biggest challenges for you is to think and act like a Spaniard. And you can do that. You can have fun with it. It's one of the things I had to pick up very quickly because I came here with no Spanish. So I'm self-taught by Spaniards. That's strange, isn't it? But it works, and it works properly. So a is a, not corso. Casa. Okay? Great stuff. Let's go to e. E is always e, as in pet. It's never e, as in Pete. I'm called Spanish Pete by lots of English people because I've been here so long and I've learnt my Spanish over here. So it's pet, not Pete. It has to be that way. If not, they won't understand. Okay? Let's get rid of that. So that's a and e. Absolutely simple, but they have to be that way. I, I, no, it's E. It's E. So it would be the sound of beat. Beat. Yeah? It's not ever the bit sound at all. Ever. That's important. So you want to say 5. 5 is not cinco. It's cinco. Inco. E. If you don't do it, they won't understand. So it's inco. Cinco. Okay? O is always as in hot. Never as in hotel. We English have a habit, and it works in English because we lower our voices at the end of what we're saying. We will say oh, particularly with a southern accent, with a posh accent, oh. In Spanish, that will not be understood. It's o, yeah? So it isn't puku. Puku will not be understood. Poco won't be understood. Poco will be understood. Watch my mouth. The wide-mouthed frog. Poco. Poco a poco. That's how the Spanish speak. If you say puku a puku, they will not understand. I have a very close female friend in Winchester who knows a lot of Spanish. She regularly has almost tearful sessions because when she grew up, she was taught to speak with an RP accent, which is Parth and Barth and Puku and things like that, and she finds it very difficult. So please think about shortening what you say and widening what you say, and don't dip at the end of what you say. Poco a poco, poco a poco, poco a poco. It's easy when you get into it. You have to practice. Okay? And the last one is you. Okay? So that is an oo sound. These are always the same. That's an oo sound. So it's like hoot. Ooh. Not like hut. I said at the start of this, Buenos días. Buenos días. Yeah? It's an ooh sound. Always, always, always. Yeah? So, ooh, not So there are 5 simple vowels that destroy regularly English people's being understood when they're speaking Spanish. It's that simple. There are rules. A is always A, never A. E is always E, never E. I is always E, never I. O is always O, never O. Beware the W on the end, the English W that we put on the end. And U is always U, never U. Please go on to YouTube, find some Spanish words, go on to El País. El País is the national newspaper. Find it on the internet if you like. Just find a way of learning these things, okay? And before you go, I've got a little quick win for you. I've said on the introduction that we'll do lots of quick wins. Here's a quick win for you. Let's write an English word. That says hey, okay? Yeah, that says hey in English. It's a Spanish word. It's one of the most useful words you'll ever learn in Spanish because it's so simple. But they don't say hey. I've already said that A sound doesn't happen. H, as you'll see in the consonant session, is always silent. They just write it because for written Spanish, it distinguishes it from other things. So that actually is I. A strange word. It means there is or there are. Hay mucha gente. What's that mean? There are lots of people. Wow, that's good. It's that short. If you want to ask a question, and we'll do questioning on another session, you could say, ¿Hay estación de autobús? ¿Hay estación de autobús? Because to ask a Spanish question, you just make a statement and shrug. It's really that simple. Spanish is logical and simple. So, hay is there is or there are. So there's a quick win. Don't bother saying, could you tell me, could you help me if I'm trying, what's the Spanish for finding the bus station? Just say, ¿Hay autobús? ¿Hay autobús? A Spaniard will immediately help you. Just smile, ¿Hay autobús? They know then that what you're looking for is a bus, and they'll help you. Keep it simple, less is more. We'll go through all of those things. We'll have lots of quick wins like this, lots of live sessions. Hopefully you've got that into your heads now. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. That's it. Have a good day and see you on the next one. The next one is 2 vowels together. If you search it out, you'll find that, and then we'll go on to consonants. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye.